So, in recent news, Pokemon Black and White 2 just recently came out a couple days ago. And, of course, PETA's, as the animal rights group of the world, or fuck it's America, is gonna shit fest on this game. Now, let's just state the facts here. PETA, I played your Pokemon parody game. I'm sitting there laughing my ass off while thinking about, wow, you guys really spent time on this parody game for maybe 5 levels, saying I saved all the Pokemon, which is exactly 5 Pokemon, for the record, and you want to shit best on yet another game. Pokemon, really. The only Pokemon that actually is an animal is the seal. Now, you want to claim that we are abusing Pokemon, shoving them in little balls and shit, because, for the record, it's pretty much very impossible, very highly unlikely that in the future we're going to have this technology where Pokemon, as awesome it was in the past, maybe somewhere in the future, I don't know. I can probably say, yeah, I used to collect the Pokemon cards, I had some of the games, I got pretty much the original ones. I've not really collected any new ones. The new ones are not really interesting in me, but with PETA, when I just heard this, I'm laughing my ass off. I was watching, JJ Discussion's video on it. I was watching Shelby's video on it. And I thought, what, this is time where I have to come out and just basically say this in general. PETA, you're a dumbass. You got assholes who have fucking cockfights. You got assholes who pretty much have dog fights. You got things like this. And you want to attack a game. A game where the Pokemon are not even pretty much alike as animals. They may seem like it, but I very highly doubt it that we're going to have a very stone rock animal in the future. I very highly unlikely think we're going to have a fucking blue ball or a egg with a head popping out, or even in general a palm tree walking around that's badass as fuck, or a yellow rat. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the only Pokemon that actually looks exactly like a fucking animal, which is pretty in general, I don't know what Japan was going for this one, was a seal. A seal is the only one that you can actually claim that we actually have animal abuse on. Other than this, you cannot say we are abusing Pokemon and it's teaching kids abusive things. When no, it's actually a lot more in general, because it's not a fucking Pokemon game that's rated, what, E? This has been going on since like 1998, and you just want to now claim that we are doing this as a very violent, very abusive thing. I mean, sure that it's gone down the hole, but PETA. What are you gonna say next? That a giant puffball that looks like a fucking cotton ball sucking up things is also animal abuse? Or, well, even in general, Mario was one of the ones that came after, because Mario jumped on turtles and mushrooms, but the mushrooms are not actually animals. The turtles are living ones in general. But did you actually realize that he's a plumber? And did you ever realize that his girlfriend or whatever got stolen by a fucking, whatever the fuck it is, a turtle, dragon, whatever, I mean, dinosaur, whatever the fuck it is. But Pokemon, where in the movies, if you cry, it brings people back to life. And if you capture them in little balls, they become your best friend. When in general, I mean, Pokemon has nothing to do with it. It's barely impossible to actually throw a red and white ball, or a red and blue ball, whatever the fuck you really want to say, and a logically person, and capture them in this ball for the rest of the eternity, where you use them to fight, but they don't actually die. Because if you think about it, you go to the Pokemon Center and they're brought back to life and shit like that. I don't know if that's an example of animal abuse. I think it's more of just basically it's more of an example of war and shit, not necessarily something like that. PETA, you're just a shit fest with no fucking clue what the fuck you're talking about. You're like fucking Jared Milton, saying all these games are violent and causing people this and this and this. PETA. PETA, PETA, PETA. What are you doing with your life? Trying to stop kids from actually enjoying their childhood, trying to stop from pretty much Nintendo even existing, which is pretty much what you're attacking because apparently in Japan they show so much abuse to things when actually there's very supportive evidence that they're not. I don't know about you, but if some fucking turtle monster thing attacked my girlfriend and stole her, I would go after anything that comes in my way. Because basically the minions were sent out by Bowser and Mario, and actually the Pokemon were meant to teach you friendship, teamwork, and all that junk. And pretty much that's what exactly it did. So either way, I mean, there's actually better messages what you think animal abuse in these things. I mean, just in general, in the games, they've been going on since 1998. Back when the original Game Boy, or no, the Game Boy Pocket, whatever it's called, was around. So you want to rephrase what you are saying when it comes to things like this, because there are very, very unequal evidence showing that you have anything against Pokemon. I think you're just doing this to get publicity, to get people to actually join you, but they're not going to. I haven't heard much from PETA in a long ass time, for in general reasons, but I mean, I haven't heard PETA since what, like, ever? I mean, this is the first instance I'm actually hearing of. Like, I knew PETA who they are, but this is the first time I'm actually hearing PETA actually come out and say shit about anything. I mean, this is just fucking nonsense. It's a big crap fest all over Pokemon, which I think, even though it's been going on for about a good 6 years, I'm gonna say. I'm not fully sure. I'm trying to do the math in my head, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's been going on for a long ass time, and you're just now saying something about this. It's pretty pathetic. I mean, if you're trying to show it, go back to 1998 and actually show evidence towards where we actually are doing violent things. But I understand where you're coming from when saying kids are actually getting more violent and animal abusive and shit like that. But it's not Pokemon. Like I said, Pokemon is just something that teaches you about friendship and all that junk. If you actually pay attention, you got people like Ash, who, you know, in the original series, when his Pokemon was sick and shit like that, he stole a bite just to get Pikachu to the Pokemon Center. Now, I don't know if that's animal abuse or not, but then again, I'm not PETA. I never wanted to be PETA. PETA's fucking stupid. So, anywho, I guess that's all I have to needless to say. And, well, I'm gonna get. Now I'm signing off.